This podcast is sponsored by nobody.
Hey dudes, this is Miss Misery of Movie Massacre, and you're listening to Tommy Throwback Kovac on Splat from the Past. Tommy will come anywhere.
Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today I will be welcoming back my good friend Miss Misery. It's her 11th appearance, and we are going to talk about her new book, He's Watching Me, Scared Yet? And it's a stalker story book. And we're going to talk about that. You know, I when I saw her at the Sister Creature Con back in October, I bought a DVD copy of her movie Forgotten Tales, a really great horror anthology movie. I'm going to tell her my reaction to it, comment on the upcoming Women in Horror Month, stuff like that. You can meet Raina. Yeah, that's her real name, Raina Young. You can meet her, Raina Young Gillette, however you say it. You can meet her at East Bay Comic Con Sunday, February 4th. And I usually go every year. I won't be going this year because there's too many people there I've met before and so forth. But go out there and meet her. Also, happy birthday, Jenny Brill, the daughter of Charlie Brill and Mitzi McCall. She connected me with them a couple years ago. I'm yet to have her on the podcast, but hopefully it could happen this year. Happy birthday, Jenny. You are awesome. So yeah, here is my new interview with Miss Misery.
Hello?
Hey, Raina. Welcome back for the 11th time. How does it feel?
I lost track after 5, so I'm shocked it's 11.
Yeah.
I literally lost track after 5. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. This has lasted longer than most dating relationships I've had.
Isn't that crazy? Is that? I feel ya. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, way back when, yeah.
Well, it's our first Facebook Messenger call episode, so that's cool.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let's do it. That sounds great. And it's 2024, so it's a new year.
The new year, yes.
A new year.
So let's get into He's Watching Me, Scared Yet? Based on the description and the sample I read on Amazon, this is a stalker story. Not unlike your segment in Forgotten Tales. Is it like an extension of that?
No, it's something totally different.
Uh-huh.
Totally different. I had gotten an idea a while ago to do a slasher series. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, if I do it, I don't want to call it slasher or slasher series. That's a little ridiculous. So I waited because, of course, you know, the name didn't come to me yet until all of a sudden my 5-year-old was telling me a scary story. He's like, are you scared yet? And I was like, ooh, scared yet? There it is. And then, of course, the story, obviously, is taken from real life experiences from a friend of mine who had a weird neighbor. So when she was telling me about it, I was like, ooh, this sounds great. And from there, I just kind of started writing it. Crazy, huh?
Yeah. This has nothing to do with that stalker you told me about?
No, this one's totally different. Although, you know, I could write one about him. I mean, why not?
You could.
There's plenty of stalker stories out there. I mean, Jesus. Isn't it crazy how, like, God, you know? But, yeah, for sure. I mean, I could keep going with the whole stalker bit, but the next book in the series for book 2 is going to be more of a serial killer thing.
Nice.
So if I do another stalker one, I'll probably wait a little bit, you know, because I just did one. But yeah, the next one's going to be a serial killer thing. I'm extremely excited about it. I started writing the first few chapters already, and it's going really, really good. So very excited for this series. How many will I write? I'm not sure, though.
Yeah.
Right? Because I have my Monsters children's book series I did. There's 15 of those books. Mm-hmm. And I could keep going, but I'm actually taking a break from those right now. Okay. To do a few other things. Yeah. And then I just released book 6 of Halloween Night my other children's book series, because I'm selling those so well that at the conventions, what was it, Sinister Halloween Con last year, people were like, I already bought them all, I read them all, are you doing another one? And I was like, I am now. Right? Because I wasn't planning on doing another one. I was going to take a break from that one as well. But then I started getting, stories in my head for it, and I was like, I better just do it. So, yeah, came out yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
Halloween night.
God.
Yeah, Halloween Night Book 6. I'll start promoting that very soon.
God,
but
you are prolific.
It's been crazy. It's been crazy busy, but fun. Crazy busy, but fun.
My friend Joy Eileen, who's a comedian and massage therapist out in LA, she writes at least a book a year, maybe two sometimes, just like you do. I'm just like, wow, I don't know how you find the time, especially with, being married and having children. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I get asked that a lot. How do you find the time? How do you do it? And it's like, honestly, I always say I don't know. I just do it, which is really crazy. I mean, I did a podcast last night, and they're like, "So, what's the worst movie you saw last year?"
Yep.
I'm like, wow, I haven't seen too many movies now that I think about it. I can't name one because I'm so busy that I'm so behind. I haven't even seen Eli Roth's Thanksgiving yet. I'm waiting on the 30th for it to come out on Blu-ray. I'll just buy it, and then when I have the time, I'm going to watch it. So excited to see it, but I don't have time. That's how behind I am. So I was like, wow, I can't even name a bad movie that I saw because I'm that busy. But yeah, I get so behind that I have to catch up. Yeah. But did you see it? Did you see Thanksgiving?
Oh, no, not yet.
No, not yet? Okay. Yeah, it comes out on the 30th.
Yeah,
so
Lynn Griffin. Lynn Griffin was on here to promote it. She's been on multiple times, but
nice.
I had her back on to promote it. Yeah, we talked about it. She said it was great working with Eli Roth.
Oh, great! That's fantastic. I always love hearing that. Positive stories are always good, especially in the industry, right?
Yeah. Oh, we know.
Oh yes. Oh yes, we do.
Yes. How long did it take to write?
That book, let's see, well, when I first, like anything, some writers just write, some writers do, an outline. I don't do an outline. I don't know what it is. I'm not into outlines. I've tried it. So when I sit down to write, I just kind of write what's in my head. So once I got the story going, it took me about 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then what I usually do is once I'm finished, I'll do an edit, and then I start doing the cover right when I hit in the middle of the books. I start doing cover. And my husband, who does graphic art, is usually the one who I'll tell him what I want, or I'll put it together, and then he'll finalize it and polish it up for me and everything, which is fantastic. He's so good at it. Yeah. And so after 3 weeks, I had the cover ready. I uploaded it to Amazon, and then what I do is I order myself a proof to check the cover out, make sure it's formatted okay. And then I use that proof to edit again and edit in the book, and then see where I messed up on anything, punctuation, grammar, anything that doesn't flow right. And then I'll edit again and then do another proof to make sure it's solid. So that's usually how I do it. It's just easier for me that way.
Oh, that's awesome. And how are the bookmarks doing?
Good. I have a bunch of them ready for the Barnes & Noble signing coming up on the 3rd of February. Yeah, yay! So that's cool. I have, what do I have? I have an Elvis Presley for the table to kind of mock up. I got the little round records. Though I sent you one of the record ones.
Yeah.
And I got like a little Cadillac car. So I got a few things for the table to decorate. And then I've got about 20 books to sell. So I'm so excited. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be my first Barnes signing. So a little nervous, I got to say. I'm usually never nervous. I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, it's Barnes & Noble.
That's so awesome. Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, do I have it? I even had a nightmare. Oh my God, I have to tell you right quick. I had a nightmare that I went to Barnes. Yeah. It was day of the signing. I'm filling out a contract. I'm excited. They're like, okay, 10 minutes. I'm like, yes. And then I'm like, oh crap. I forgot all the books. I forgot my stuff. I forgot. Ah!
Shit.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Everyone has those kind of
No.
dreams. It's like a bad dream sequence in some movie, you
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, exactly. It's all in slow motion too. Like, what the hell's that all about?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I
But
was like, I can't do that.
but thanks for my quote though, because I felt like Whoopi Goldberg
Yes.
at the end of The Color Purple. Like I just it felt so great. I have it safely in my Summer '59 book, and
Oh, nice.
it's so wonderful. It's on the same bookmark as Annalisa's quote as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Big supporters you guys are. So, thank you so much for doing that for me. And you were very quick at it too. I was like, oh, I'll probably get it in a couple days. You're like 5 minutes, 2 minutes. I was like, wow, you're on it. Cool.
It just came to me. That's all.
It was perfect. Thank you so much for doing that. That's great.
Thanks. I don't know. I can't remember what day that was, but I must have not had much going on that week or something.
Oh, yeah, you're like, yeah, I'll get this done now. Quick, fast. And it was perfect. It's perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, how's the Summer '59 book doing?
It's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's going smooth so far. I'm in the works of talking to a few more Barnes & Nobles around the Bay Area for signings, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
So word's getting out there.
You are getting hot. You are on fire.
Word is getting out there. So just got to keep pushing the press on it,
Yeah.
It's all about social media, right?
Yeah.
All about social media.
So I watched Forgotten Tales after I bought the DVD from you, and
oh, great!
Oh my God, you did so well playing the stock girl. But the only criticism I have is why did you have to dress like yourself? Couldn't you put on a hoodie or jeans and just show that you're acting? Why did it have to be so meta?
That's all I own. That's really? The only color I own. Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
Oh, I know. But for the budget we had, it came out really good. We've got nothing but positive reviews on it, which is fantastic. And I've actually had people for both Forgotten Tales and Doll Murder Spree ask me if I was doing sequels on them, which I'm right now not planning on a sequel for any of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if I did do a sequel, I would probably do a Doll Murder Spree sequel, to be
difficult.
honest.
It's difficult to write all those stories for an anthology.
It is, and once I did one, I felt like it was finished and I could move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta get into that.
Tom Savini said that when he did Creepshow, it was like doing 5 movies. It was grueling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes a little bit of a toll on you, but I mean, once you get the finished project, it's great. But yeah, I totally get that. Creepshow. I mean, come on, classic right there.
Oh, the best.
Creepshow 2. Love Creepshow 2.
I do too. What's Cat's Eye? Dead Time Stories.
Oh yeah, yes.
After Midnight.
I haven't seen Cat's Eye in a long time.
Yep.
It's been a while since I've seen Cat's Eye.
After Midnight, yeah.
Yep, After Midnight, yes.
A lot of good ones. How did you come to cast Shotzi Blackheart?
Oh, well, I knew her through Creepy Coffee Movie Time. We were both on that show on Coffee 20.
Yeah.
And that's how we met. She came on as a cave girl. I can't remember which season, but I got to meet her. She was so nice, and we hit it off. She was great. And then she started doing a lot of acting. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff she was in was not being released. So I said, come on, be in one of my films. Mm-hmm. It was great. She's so professional. She's very quick. With her memorization. She's great to work with. I would love to work with her again. And when I brought her on for Doll Murder Spree, it was no problem. She's like, I'm there.
Yeah.
She's like, yes.
Oh,
because
God.
You actually get your movies out.
I was in heat all night after that nudity, I'll tell you. I was hoping...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping Maureen was going to get naked, too.
No. That was, I think that was a last-minute decision, too. Like, let's do this, that. Sometimes it's working it out with the actor. She was great. She's always fantastic. I try to message her when I can. I know she's so busy to say hi and see how she's doing. She's so busy, and it's fantastic. She's doing so good, so well. She just got married.
Who did?
Shotzi.
Oh,
Shotzi
okay.
just got married. Yeah, isn't that
Okay.
great? I talk to Mo like every night, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk to Mo like every night. We're planning our next feature, so.
Nice. Yeah, Judy Serta in there. I've known her since 2008. We used to attend karaoke parties at the Buddha Lounge in Mountain View.
Really? That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, she still I think she still posts that she does a lot of karaoke.
Yep.
I think she does it like every weekend or something. Yeah, in Santa Cruz or something. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and I had her on the podcast twice in the beginning and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She does a lot. She's very hardworking. Wow, her resume is just off the hook.
Yeah, the way she's able to get cast in so many things that come to the Bay Area, it's amazing, you know?
Isn't that crazy? She's like the go-to actress, I swear.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah, you should have her on again. She's great.
Yeah, it's funny. Back in 2015, after I got out of the hospital after my accident, I wrote this. I wrote a bunch of things that were just so politically incorrect and raunchy and stuff. And I had her read a couple of things and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I would take part in that if this was toned down or that toned down and stuff." And it never got made or anything, but like that's how meticulous she was.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you have to be, in a way, picky with projects.
Yeah.
Because, your name goes on it, so you gotta... Exactly,
Yeah. So, in February, Women in Horror Month is coming up. Who are some of the final girls or scream queens that you've always admired?
Ooh, well, of course, first and foremost, I'd have to say Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have to say Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, John Carpenter's Halloween was the first horror film I ever saw. So when it came down to it, it was like, Jamie Lee. And then from there, she did The Fog, and she was on, Terror Train. She was on Terror Train, right?
I have not been able to get somebody from that movie, I'll tell you.
Oh, really?
Yes, and
wow.
I always make an attempt, like at the end of the year for New Year's Eve, and it never happens.
Uh-huh. So you have your list, and they're still on that list.
Yeah, well, the killer Howard Busgang, who's a stand-up comedian from Canada, I'm gonna pull hard this year to get him because he was in this other movie with Howie Mandel called The Funny Farm that was made a couple years later that I'd like to talk to him about too. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try hard to get Howard Busgang on.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
I tried to get Hart Bachner. He doesn't check his messages often. I tried to
that happens.
Joy Bushell, who was also in The Fly, for Cronenberg.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
that's
I couldn't
cool.
make the connection there either.
Oh,
we shall see.
Yeah, well, hopefully that would be great to get someone from Terror Train.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome.
It's an underrated movie.
It is. I actually ended up seeing. They had who was Tubi had the remake on of Terror Train. So I watched 1 and 2. They ended up doing a sequel back to back, I guess. And they, it's not like the original. It just isn't.
It never is.
It just really is. Never is.
What is it? A tour bus this time?
No. Although that would be funny.
Yeah, or a party bus is what I meant to say, not a tour bus. Party bus.
Oh, I thought you...
Yeah.
Although you say that, now my wheels are turning. No. See what you did there?
Our generation was like the beginning of prom night, having the party bus after party,
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah.
They don't really do those anymore, huh?
I haven't heard about it.
I haven't heard anything about
anyone.
Yeah, for years. Wow, that's crazy.
I never got to be on it. I was never invited, but I knew they had them. For me, I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis, Linnea Quigley, Barbara Crampton, had crushes on them all. Did you have any girl crushes on any women in horror?
I think I would have to. Well, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis, but I would have to say Neve Campbell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, God, Neve Campbell's fantastic in the Scream movies.
She's a goth girl's wet dream, I'll tell you.
Yes, actually, that is very true.
As far as
I
90s,
can't get. I never get tired of watching the first Scream movie.
yeah.
It's like one of those movies you can watch over and over. I just don't get tired of it.
Yeah, I was a Jennifer Love Hewitt guy as well.
I was about to mention Jennifer Love Hewitt too. I was just about to mention her. Yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I watched her do a Zoom podcast recently, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and I hadn't seen her in anything in a long while, and she has aged. She's almost 45 now, and
wow, I didn't even know that.
just her smile always makes me hard, like literally, right? But like just seeing her just aged now and stuff, it wasn't quite the same, but I still think she's very talented and a beautiful person.
Yeah, she's on that show 911 now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's really good in that. I like her character in that. They did really good with her character. I was glad to see her in something because it had been a while since she's been in anything.
Yeah, when I was in the hospital, I was watching that show Ghost Whisperer.
Oh yeah, I used to watch Ghost Whisperer. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I still have not seen the entire series, but I remember watching it, going, "Why are they killing everyone off?" Like they had this thing where they would, let's kill her off, or best or let's kill the boyfriend or whatever. I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? What are you doing? You're ruining the show for me. And I still have not completely seen the whole series, so that is on my DVD Blu-ray list to buy. Like, I literally have a list of like, oh yeah, I should get the Ghost Whisperer box set or something, because one of these days I'll binge it, because I could finish the whole series. I'm sure there's episodes I missed. So, great show. Really got me hooked. Loved it.
It was really great. It also was kind of sad too. It makes you really think about. It makes you think about mortality and death.
Yes, it does. It's depressing. It's good, but it's depressing.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like, I don't want to watch this anymore. It does that to you. Or you're like, I got to turn it off.
It's making you ballin'. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy.
Yeah, so last night I watched the 8 Questions podcast you did, and...
Oh, you did?
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I watch it anyways. I'm a subscriber to their channel, so...
Sweet! Oh, cool.
Yeah, so, you look like you had fun. I mean, you were just engaged, and you were on for a long time, too.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've been on for a while. At one point, I was like, what time is it? Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, I was like, wow, I've been on here a while. It was fun. I had a good time.
I can't believe you're not familiar with the Milpitas Monster.
I've heard of it. I know I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it. But I know I've heard of it. That's what I was going to do today. Thank you. I was going to look it up. Thanks for reminding me.
I've had Robert Burrell on. He's a very suspicious guy. He's run into a lot of copyright issues with that movie, and so he was telling me not to play clips. So I don't do clips on my show, not even audio clips and stuff. No. And John Stanley has a small part in the movie, and he's the one. Does. He's the one who...
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and he's the one who kind of brought the movie a cult following because he used to show it on Creature Features.
Oh, nice. See, I know I've heard of it. I can't remember if I've seen it. And I've done that so many times where I'm like, I'll watch a movie. Yeah. Have you ever done this where you watch a movie and you're like, oh, I've never seen this one before. How did this slip through? And then you're watching and you're like, wait, I've seen this.
All the time.
What the hell are you talking about?
Raina, I'm still discovering movies I didn't know existed.
Oh my, isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
I snapshot. So if I'm on Facebook, someone's like, oh, remember this gem? And I'm like, no, where was I? I'll snapshot, look it up, watch it later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And sometimes I'll run into a movie that I forgot I saw years ago, and then I'll see something familiar,
Exactly. So I will probably look up the Milpitas Monster and be like, wait a minute, I have seen this, because I probably have years ago and don't remember. Or I could say, wait, was this on my list of things to watch and I haven't seen it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, just because I'm a horror host doesn't mean I've seen everything.
Oh,
I can't. You know what I mean? Everyone thinks you've seen and know everything, but no,
I've seen many, but there's a lot that I haven't seen that I discover all the time, like I said, It's funny. It wasn't until I started this podcast I started finding out about, the film board up in Canada making films and like
Hmm.
faith-based Christian movies from certain actors. I watched them on YouTube. I'm like, wow, this is pretty moving. I can't believe I never saw it. Um, you mentioned Frankenstein meets Jesse James.
Oh yeah.
I got a little anecdote there. I remember seeing that on TNT Monster Vision years before Joe Bob Briggs was even hosting. This is back when there was no host. I saw it. It was like a
Wow.
it was like a night of like really like obscure creature feature movies on TNT, and this was one of them. And oh god, there was ones I can't even think of. Like some nights they'd have that, other nights they would have like the Three Stooges movies with Curly Joe and stuff like that. On TNT
Oh
Monster
yeah.
Vision. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Wow.
I do have
Crazy.
a couple suggestions for movies that you can show on your show.
Oh, cool.
There's a couple Bill Rebane movies, Invasion from Inner Earth and The Alpha Incident.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm sure you've shown Invasion of the Giant Spiders or whatever that movie he made.
Yeah, I think I have. If not, it might be on the next season because there's a few, like I was saying last night, there are still movies I have not hosted yet. And
Uh,
I've got season 10 and 11. We're going to start shooting back to back. In fact, East Bay Comic Con that I'll be at on the 4th of February in
yes.
Concord, California, I'm going to do an episode from there starting off season 10
Wow.
from East Bay Comic Con. So I'll be filming a little bit for that there, which is it's always fun to shoot at a con. It's it's always fun to film and see everyone, and
Well,
so
like
I can't wait for that. That's going to be fun. Are you going to be there?
No,
Are you gonna go or no?
there's people there that I've already met, so I don't really have a desire to go. Like
Got it.
I know
Okay.
Jeffrey Weissman. He's a very funny guy, and he's a survivor of the
Yes.
business. Sam
Mm-hmm.
Jones. Oh my God, I met him in 2019 at Stockton Con, and
Nice.
he hit on my mom in front of his wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
he
crazy.
he was classy about it. He wasn't a scumbag though.
That's good.
And Barry Bostwick. He and I went to the same high school, San Mateo High, and
Oh, wow.
I told him when
Nice.
I met him
That's
in
cool.
2017, I told him, I never got to beat Burlingame in football. And he said, Tommy, you're a big disappointment.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I remember my first East Bay Comic Con back in 2017. The Creepy Coffee Movie Time people were announcing that the show was canceled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said that they were going to bring it back, but they were going to change the spelling of coffee to actual coffee.
Oh my God.
And what's her name in the group? Melissa. She's going to be coming on soon. Finally, I DM'd
Oh,
her.
nice.
I DM'd her like in the first few months that I started the podcast, but I never got a response back. So I'll get her on this year. Yeah.
Great. That's fantastic. Yeah, she's good. She's awesome. She's great. I love her.
Yeah. And I also wanted to suggest Don Dohler's Galaxy Invader. That's a great bad movie. And
Okay, cool.
Blood Tracks, a heavy metal horror movie that takes place in the snow.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I just did a talk with somebody from it, Naomi Kaneda, who was the female
Okay.
lead. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, okay. Okay, I like that.
Have you submitted your show to like KQED or PBS?
No, I haven't.
You should. You should give it a try.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I should, huh?
Yeah,
You
because
know what? I'll do that.
yeah, they like having horror hosts when they find somebody that's good. They used to have Mr. Lobo on there in the 2000s.
Nice. You know what? That's a good idea. I think I'll do that. That sounds good. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean their format, KQED, PBS, they've never really changed. It's always stayed the same, pretty much.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Because I grew up watching public domain movies on there, like Little Shop of Horrors and Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, yeah.
And The Gold Rush with Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, those were all
Cool.
fantastic. Yeah,
Sweet.
but I hope you have fun there at East Bay Comic Con doing your show. I mean, we survived the Elvira experience back in October.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
God, that was awful. Are you going to do the next Sister Creature Con?
I hope so. My calendar right now, for my calendar right now for appearances and signings, if you go to my website, laststoryproductions.com, I started listing, and then I have on there convention appearance coming soon. I'm hoping to fill that slot in with Sinister. So that will be fun because I do love Sinister. They're great.
Yeah.
Great people. The crew's fantastic. The con's always smooth, so
Yeah.
I love going there. Love it.
This is 2024, so I'm thinking, okay, what's the milestone anniversary of horror they're going to do this year? I'm thinking if they're going to have like the original Nightmare on Elm Street people, or maybe Texas Chainsaw Massacre if they want to fly anybody out from Texas, Maybe
Yeah.
maybe Phantasm people because it's the 45th
Oh wow,
anniversary.
Phantasm. That's right. God, I haven't seen Phantasm in so long.
I got to meet everyone from Phantasm in 2019 at Monsterpalooza. It was a blast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Monsterpalooza. Oh.
I need to go back again, but it's getting too
Yeah, me
expensive
too.
over there.
Yeah, it does get a little pricey. You would love Midsummer Scream.
Yes, I it's on the agenda at some point. We'll see, but yes, I do want to try Midsummer's Scream.
Yeah, it's so cool. You'll love it. You will love it.
So East Bay Comic Con is on the 4th. When's that Barnes and Noble signing, and where at in the Bay?
Oh, yeah, so February 3rd, the day before East Bay Comic Con, I will be at the Barnes & Noble at the Veranda in Concord, California, signing from 2 to 4.
Nice.
Yes, so very excited about that.
Nice. What else you got coming up?
So I've got that one, and then February 4th, of course, East Bay Comic Con, and then in April, I will be doing a Summer 59 signing at the Half Price Books in Concord, California. Yeah, so it's a lot of Summer 59 signings right now. And then just waiting on word from a few more Barnes & Nobles, so I'll see how that goes. But I'm hoping to go ahead and get a few more convention appearances going. Again, nobody really who runs cons does, early, they don't show early and, who's gonna be there and stuff, so I have to wait to announce stuff.
Yeah.
So some of it's gonna be a waiting game until I can put up on the website where I'll be next. But for right now, I have those top 3 signings up.
How about signing over here in Modesto?
You know what? That would be fun. I should do that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna look into that. That would be fun.
Yeah,
okay.
It's funny. I know. I know so many people doing book tours. I'm like, you gotta come to Modesto. There's one actress I know. She went to Los Gatos, like right around the time that I was moving from Reading over to here. I'm like, God damn it! I just don't have time.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good. I'll look into that too. I'm gonna write that down. So
yeah, she lives all the way in Connecticut. So I was like, damn it. So my jokes for you are this.
Great, because I'm never prepared, but you are. So let me hear them. One of these days I'll have one. I swear.
Okay. Why did the blonde have a bruised belly button?
I don't know.
Because her boyfriend's blonde.
What the hell? What?
He's stuck in the wrong hole.
Funny. Yeah, that's funny. I haven't heard that one.
Oh, it's an old one.
Is it? I have not heard that one.
Yeah. What do you call 2 green balls in a hand?
Tennis balls?
Nope.
I don't know.
Miss Piggy's undivided attention.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
You always got good ones.
Always. Yeah.
You always have good ones.
Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, Raina, thanks so much for coming on again, darling. And we'll do number
Yeah, of
12 at
course.
some point later in
Yeah.
the year. Have fun at East Bay Comic Con and at Barnes & Noble
Thank you.
during the tour. And have a
Thank you.
great day and be safe.
Thank you. You too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Miss Misery, Raina Gillette. Ain't she a sweetheart? I just freaking love her. She's always awesome, and I'm glad that we could talk again for the 11th time, and I can't wait till 12. Well, until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying there's no shame in living in the past because the present sucks. Later, dudes!